Welcome to Guestimators, the quiz that gets inside the brilliant and bizarre brains of Britain. I'm Andy Bush, and every week we ask the British public life's big questions, like what's the best place on a sandwich to take that hugely important first bite? This week we're delighted to be joined by UK comedy's #1 Trilby hat collector, Joey Page.
That's so untrue now, by the way. Can I say that's...
Well, we'll get into this,
I've been trying to shed that image for about 400 years.
He says wearing another hat.
No, I wear hats.
He wears hats.
I went through a sort of like... Because it was the time when I hate to break this to the Gen Zs, but when the indie phase was in the first place.
Right, yeah.
I was there, and I basically wore a trilby like it was like a mental illness. I basically wore it every day for about 10 years, and then I've stopped, and I'm quite embarrassed by it now. But just people still, like, for people that are just listening to this, I look more like the kind of guy who hasn't got his life together and takes a lot of buses. But
do you worry, like, when you're too synonymous with a thing, do you worry that if something bad happened to you and you were in the paper, then obviously after you've died, they'd be like, Trilby hat comedian?
I'm not worried about it's happening right now.
What have you done with all the hats then, if you went over a phase of having Trilby hats?
They've all gone. One was actually my great-grandfather's hat, and I've still got that.
Oh, well,
the rest
nice.
of them are all, I don't know, they just went charity shop. Yeah.
And what area do you live in London? Because there could be people listening
If we're
to this
in
right
court,
now.
I'm in big trouble here. Bethnal Green.
So if you're in Bethnal
Basically,
Green,
Shoreditch.
Shoreditch area, and you've got a fancy Trilby hat, it could be Joey's. Joey has been a staple of the Edinburgh Fringe since 2009, hosting stand-up specials including Joey Page's Marvellous Human Museum and An Idiot Explains the Universe in under an hour. He co-hosts the Got a Problem Mate podcast with former celebrity guestimator Bilal Zafar, and this September will be celebrating 2 decades in comedy by performing his debut tour at the Underbelly Boulevard, Soho in London. Joey, welcome to Guestimators.
Thanks for having me.
Let's deal with, it was a week or so ago, just before we got recording, you were talking about being at All Points East the other weekend.
Yeah.
What was that like?
It was like big in the desert. Like, and you know when people are like, apparently it's quite dusty, like you should bring a dust mask. And I was like, shut up, mate. I'm absolutely not doing that. And I got there, I was like, I can't even breathe.
See, because I've been there once and it was raining, so I didn't experience the dust, but it seems like it's a real thing. Can you not make something of that, like like put paint on your face? And
well, I can't really grow a beard, which I've just got attached. So that would have been good. I would have looked pretty gruff by the end of the thing. Bit of a desperate Dan thing going on. But
do you like festivals though? Or
yeah, I'm like, that's my natural habitat. Like, I'm like the Pied Piper. I've normally like got a gang, and I'm like, we're going here, we're going there. Come on, let's do this. Let's stay up as late as we can. And
the ringleader.
A bit, yeah, but it's like, because that's where you're supposed to go and let loose. Do you know what I mean? So,
have you got any hacks for people who are listening to this and might want to go to a festival a little bit apprehensive?
Yeah, get into comedy, and then you get access to the better showers and toilets.
Is that for real? You get access to the good stuff?
Well, yeah, but it's like a tiered thing. Like, we can't get where the really good, talented musicians can get.
Right.
Because we're trash, because we're just comedians. But we have got our own sort of camping area with like other performers of like that ilk, you know, like, I don't know, fire breathers or whatever else is going on, and the security. And so you've got a little, like, there's less of a queue for the showers or toilets or.
That's good.
You know what I mean? You don't have to walk so far from the car with all your gear.
Yeah.
So it does. I don't know how normal people do the really big ones, like. I just wouldn't take anything, because it's like, I don't want to do a 4-mile hike with loads of beers on my back.
Well, Matt, you went to Glastonbury, the last Glastonbury. How did that pan out?
Well, we threw money at the problem, we glamped. So
yeah,
we had
right,
a
you've got to
thing,
throw money at the problem.
But £2,000
podcast is going well then, eh?
2.6 million a year he's on.
This is all very relatable.
Yeah. Can I just say, though, at Green Man, I went to see what the comedy, because I was on at like 20 to 1 in the morning, which I was calling headline slot, but I don't think it was. And
that's hard to keep on an even keel until 20 to 1 in the morning, right?
Yeah, massively, especially when Underworld are on and everyone's like off their nut, and I'm like just stood at the back just going, yeah, I like the lights, but not as much as maybe I should be liking them. And basically, I went to the comedy tent and there was this old man sat in there, and he looks exactly like me. And I just was like, I've got to do something with this. So I went up to him and I sat down next to him and I'm sorry this is so weird, but I was like, do you think we look alike? And he looked at me and he went, yeah, we do. He was like so deadpan. And I went, is there any chance you would come on stage with me tomorrow night? And he was like, no, sorry, man. And I was like, okay, don't worry about it. And I got up to walk away and he grabbed me by the arm and went, wait. what do you need me to do? And so I said, what I want to do is, I was like, who here is having such a good time at the festival that they feel like they could see into the future? And I want you to come and walk out and stand next to me. And I'm like, oh my God, it's future me. How do I get on? And I just want you to shake your head and walk off. And that's the whole bit. And he was like, can I think about it? And I was like, if you're here at 12:30 tomorrow night, we're doing it. If not, don't worry. I've got enough material. And he turned up. And then I was like, are you sure you're up for this? And he was like, yeah. I went, are you feeling all right? And he was like, I'm just glad I could help you out. And the best possible bit about this was his name was Spike. So big shout out to Spike. I can't guarantee he's going to be there at the Underbelly Boulevard on the 26th of September, but if I can find him again, because I came off stage, he disappeared. I don't even know if he was real.
So you've not stayed in touch with this guy? He's just out there somewhere?
No, he didn't want anything to do with me.
It's amazing. That's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. The final question before we get into this then. Are you any good at quizzing then, Joey? What's your view of quizzing?
Oh, no. I'll pretend I'm not really into it and I'm not competitive, but I do want to win. But also, like, I don't go to quizzes. I don't know a lot of stuff. I know what I know, but I don't know like general knowledge, which is why I feel like I might be good at this, because it's not really based in anything.
100%.
One thing I do want to say before we start, and this isn't like a tactic to try and get under your skin. You've got a fantastic voice for this kind of stuff. That's what I decided when I was listening to it. I was like, you've got the voice for, well, not radio, but podcasts.
The voice for podcasts.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Diligent Marlboro Light smoking during my formative years.
Yeah,
I
right.
feel that's put me in a good position for this. So.
Well, again, when I came back from the festival I did the other day, my voice was so gone, and I did a gig, and I was like, I wish I could sound like this all the time. I sounded like Tom Waits. So I was like, oh, like a man, finally.
I finally made it. Well, listen, I see what you're trying to do there, Joey, in terms of making me slightly off balance with a compliment at the start.
Glasses are shit, though. No,
and we're off. Well, listen,
I'm giving you so much ammo here if you want to use any of it.
Well, we've already had to clarify about the hats, so we'll leave that there. The main reason we're here is to quiz, so let's get stuck in following a recap on how it all works with Matt Cutler, aka the Statman.
Thank you, Bush, and welcome, Joey. So we've compiled a group of people from across the UK representing a wide range of backgrounds, ages and interests. We call them the Guestination. We ask the Guestination a series of questions to which there's no correct answer. Frankly, quite stupid questions, and your job is to work out what their most common answers were to said questions. No general knowledge required, just an understanding of the British public.
Yeah, but this is my problem, right? I don't know what kind of people these people of the general public are. It's quite a broad.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to be what I'm going to be doing a lot is not thinking what I think the answer is, but what I think these people's answer is based on who I think they might be. And I think I'm going to get that wrong.
Well, I'll give you a hack. Before we started recording, we were talking about a mutual friend that you had with producer Will. She's on the Guestination.
Right, okay.
Wow,
Yeah, that might help.
Right, okay. Because no offence to the Guestination and the good fan base of this podcast, but I assume they're absolute fucking losers.
Shots fired.
No, I'm sure they're great, but I haven't got time to do it. I haven't even got time to invoice for things I've done.
So what's your leisure thing, Joey? Come on,
what's my leisure thing?
What do you do as leisure?
Oh, this is bad actually, because I don't really watch films and stuff, or I'll watch TV if my girlfriend wants to watch a thing, but I'm not I wouldn't sit down and watch something on my own. So I've got no one to share this with.
Right.
So I'm deep into FIFA on a season on my own. At the minute, I'm manager of Crystal Palace, and I sometimes take that more seriously. I'll be like, "Oh, I'm too hungover to play FIFA today, but I'm not too hungover to write." Do you know what I mean? I feel like I need to put a shirt. I manage this club, not to steal from my good friend Bilal, who does his Twitch thing as a football manager. But it's I take it quite seriously.
So have you been a long time computer football player, or is this just a new thing?
I've got a PlayStation 4, and I've only got FIFA. It's basically the most expensive computer game of all time.
I love it. Absolutely love it. Well, listen, so we're set up nicely for this.
Let's get cracking. So there'll be 3 rounds. I'll take your answers. You versus Bush, but you know that already from having listened to before.
He's already put the reducer in on me.
Could we also change it to, because it feels a bit more like it's got some weight to it. Page versus Bush.
Page versus, like Fight Night on Sky Sports.
Yeah, or like Watergate.
Yeah, if you like.
Frost Nixon.
Yeah.
This week's Guestimators quiz is called Sebastians, Stalls and Speed Sausages.
Wow.
And for round one this week, I thought potentially see if I could cause a bit of a class war. Because I asked the Guestination to say what they thought was the poshest man's first name that is relatively widely used.
Posh names. So is you on your birth certificate?
Yeah.
Is it Joseph?
No.
Joey?
No, right, so here's the thing.
Right.
And we won't get through any questions if you keep asking me questions, because I've got so much to say all the time. But me, my brother and my sister have all only got 7 letters in our names, because I think my mum and dad can't really spell, or like don't think there's time for long names. Like we've got no middle names. I'm Joe Page, but Joe Page just sounds very like uncharismatic. Like it sounds like a man from Bromley throwing 2 stones into a box. Like that Joe Page. Like Joey Page, that sounds like I'm going on Guestimators.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
exactly. Yeah.
So without revealing your
I'll tell you. I'll dox
Sam
them.
Page.
Oh, no. So we were all going to be called Sam at one point, but none of us got called Sam. But my brother's Tom.
Yeah, I was going to say Tom.
And then my sister, you won't get it.
Lynn.
No. Lynn Page. Eva.
Eva.
Yeah,
Page.
yeah. Which it was quite left
like
field
it.
for them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But,
There you go.
but yeah, so just Joe Page.
Joe Page.
Plain old ham sandwich.
Half and half. Right, well, we are. Let's get into this then.
Yeah, I'll ease you in with question 1. I want you to tell me, did more people say Benedict or Charles?
Now it depends, doesn't it, on these people if they like the royal family or not. That's right. Or are they more fans of Sherlock Holmes?
I mean, have you got anyone with like an incredibly posh name, a male name that you know?
My nephew, who was at my mum and dad's birthday party picnic yesterday.
Okay.
He's called Henry, but he's named after one of my granddads.
Okay.
But it's quite a
classic.
bit posh, but it's also like I don't know if posh people nicked that, because like I feel like Henry Cooper, he wasn't posh. Like, that's the earliest Henry other than the Kings.
Yeah.
I don't know. It feels like Henry can go either way.
Yeah.
But there isn't really like my dad's called Mick, my mum's called Barb. What else we got?
Good dependable name.
Therefore, 4 letters for that generation.
Yeah. It's coming down. I'm left with Ed. Or Hi. But so no, like my nan was called Dolly.
That's a cracking name.
Yeah, or Doris, I suppose. But,
Yeah. My mother, Katie, has got a friend called a guy called Towan, and that's a combination of his dad's called Tony and his mum's called Anne, so they call him Towan. What about that?
That's not great. How old's this kid?
He's like late 30s.
Oh, fine. I was going to say, let's get on to social services, but it's too late for that.
That ship has sailed.
Yeah. I've got a mate, though, with an incredibly posh name, and I almost don't like being friends with him.
Oh, right.
He's called Barnaby. Oh, that's a stinker, isn't it?
That is a proper posh name, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Barnaby. Straw boater. Does he go punting down by the lakes?
He looks like Beck.
Yeah,
the singer Beck.
Barnaby Slater.
Yeah. Oh, you know him, right? Yeah.
It's a small world with these
It's
two
a
over
small
here,
world,
isn't it?
yeah. When are you going to go hang out?
We need to, clearly.
Okay, so Benedict or Charles? Did more people say that? What are you thinking, Joey?
I'm going to go... So hang on, you've asked them, Benedict or Charles?
No. I've asked them.
You just said what is it and what? Yeah, what's the most? Yeah, right. So, I think people forget because of his gross fingers that the king is actually called Charles. They just think of sausage fingers, Charles. So I'm going to go Benedict.
As in Cumberbatch, Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah.
I mean, that is a pretty...
But I've kind of gone off of who they would immediately think of, because of like, how much they're in the public eye, that would secretly trigger their answer.
It's very rare that I remember what I put in the Guestination survey, because I'm on Guestination as well.
Right.
But I know what I put for this, and that was Charles, because I have a friend called Charles, and it makes me like physically cringe every time I say his name, because it's just so posh to me. So I put Charles.
So both of you got that situation now where you have posh people, posh sounding named people in your lives. You're a little bit ashamed. It's a little bit that people might judge you in a certain way.
Yeah,
So
I have to call him B, which sounds like I'm flirting with him because I just don't want to say Barnaby.
Charles's surname is Kerr, so all his friends call him Wayne. So
Wayne,
that levels it out.
Yeah.
It don't take the edge off.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Benedict, just from the Benedict. Like I said, Benedict Cumberbatch. It sounds very posh. That's what I'm going for.
Yeah, Benedict for both of you. Cool.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Double Benedict.
Double eggs Benedict.
That'd be his nickname.
Yeah, it should be. I hope it is.
Joey, my wife's called Helena. How do you feel about that?
Helena. Yeah, but this tells me that maybe you've met a classy lady from Greece.
She's definitely rungs above me in terms of
Right, okay.
in the class system. Right, I'm taking Benedicts for both of you. Questions 2 and 3, I'll give you these together. I simply want to know what was the most common answer, what was the second most common answer. I'll give you half points if you put it one in the wrong position, and I'm giving you a list, so the top two are in here.
Okay.
Henry, already been referenced. Hugo, Rupert,
All red chords. That's got red chord vibes.
Sebastian, or Tarquin.
Look, they're all drinking Jeremy Clarkson's lager for sure.
I mean, Tarquin's an absolute belter of a name, isn't it? It really
It is, but I think that's not necessarily I feel like that's almost too much that they wouldn't think that was realistic.
Yeah.
So I'm crossing that off my list.
A lot of notes going on in Joey's little notebook over there.
But what will happen is I'll look at this in preparation for a gig and be like, "What's this bit about?" Because I haven't written down that I'm on a podcast right now.
Who's Hugo? I mean, again, I wonder whether people are associating these kind of names with like famous people or whatever. I mean, do you know a famous Hugo?
What? Yeah.
Hugo's
Boss.
Hugo. He's a good lad.
Do you reckon that's his surname? Boss.
Boss. Hugo Boss.
I used to have a bit of stand-up where I would say I'd hold up pictures that I'd drawn of people, and I would say were they hipster or French. And
Amazing.
one of them was called Hugo.
So that could be on the list.
Yeah,
could be part of the list.
I definitely. I'm happy to show my hand early.
Go on.
I'm putting Hugo in there for sure.
Breaking news: Hugo Boss was his real name, and he was a Nazi.
Oh yeah.
Whoa.
There's always a thing, isn't there?
And I just bought my dad a Hugo Boss shirt, for his birthday, so I feel terrible now.
Take him down the Reichstag.
What about Stabilo Boss? Was that his surname? The guy that made the highlighters.
Maybe it's Hugo's brother.
It could be.
But wasn't a Nazi.
Wasn't a Nazi. He wanted to highlight the fact that his brother was a
Highlight.
Nazi.
That's all he's done. I'm thinking. I'm going to just, from my side of things here, I'm thinking Rupert. That's got to be on the list. That's a classic posh name. What other ones are you thinking, Joey?
So hang on, what else have we got? Tarquin, Rupert,
Sebastian,
yeah.
Henry, Hugo.
I think maybe I'm just hoping that Henry's not in there, but also I think my brother does want him to be posh. So, but no, I think it could go either way with Henry. I'm gonna say here, I don't think I've ever met a nice Sebastian.
Never met a nice Sebastian.
Yeah.
They hide in plain sight under the name Seb, though, don't they? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
Yeah, but they're the two I'm going for. Hugo and Sebastian.
Okay, Hugo and Sebastian.
I'm locking them in.
lock him in.
It always blows my mind sometimes that Henry, a shortening for Henry is Harry.
Harry, yeah.
What? Harry, is it?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah. So like, as in Prince Harry's name is Henry.
Yeah.
So if he was ever king, which that will never happen, he would be King Henry.
I did not know that.
Wow.
You learn a new thing every week here on Guestimators.
Yeah. Well, my brother's named his other son Arthur, which the shortening of that is Artie. And they did not like me finding that out because I'm really going to ruin that child's name.
My other one for this, I'm going to go Tarquin. So Rupert and Tarquin.
Rupert and Tarquin.
Even though I agree with Joey, it's out there, but maybe
I was tempted by Rupert, but I also don't want this to be a draw. This is a waste of everyone's time.
it is a waste of everyone's time.
No one wants that.
Okay, I'm taking Hugo, then Sebastian, for you, Joey, and then Rupert and Tarquin.
Page v Bush, round one, has been a cracker so far.
Last question on this round. So one person, there's always one person on the Guestination, said Cyril, which I found quite amusing because one, I don't know any Cyrils, and two, I don't think Cyril's a posh name. Cyril Sneer.
Yeah.
Raccoons.
I'm thinking of like the football chant, nice one, Cyril.
Nice
Yeah,
one,
Cyril
Cyril.
Regis.
Nice
Was
one.
that
So
Cyril
what?
No, it was a Spurs player.
Oh,
Was it? I am a Spurs supporter, so I should know that, but I don't know. But I was imagining for some reason, like the guestination person here is like an old man who's discovered podcasts, sort of almost by accident, but basically just sits in an armchair all day smoking, remembering when he used to sing "Nice One, Cyril" on the terraces in Cholton somewhere.
Cyril Knowles is the Spurs player.
Oh,
Yeah, but they adapted the chant for
Sonny.
I
Yeah,
think,
yeah.
Nice one. So that's the only reason I know that. Anyway, one person on the guest nation said Cyril. I love that you've described this person because I've got a voice note from him. I'm going to play in a second. So let's see if your characterisation is bang on or not. But anyway, the one person who said Cyril, I also asked him what was the poshest women's first name that's still relatively widely used. Did this person say Betty, Margaret, or Veronica?
Oh, before you even read out the options, I was going to say Margaret.
Go with your gut
that,
instincts. Veronica. Maybe I'm thinking Veronica.
Veronica?
That's a cool old name.
I also, when we had a kid, we got a dog called Peggy, but I really was pushing for Margaret because I think that's a really funny name to shout out in a park at a dog. Margaret!
Like an old lady hiding behind a hedge.
Margaret comes like doddering along.
Pearl necklace knocking around everywhere. Okay.
Okay. We are done. I'm taking Veronica for you, Bush, and then Margaret for you, Joey. So how did you both do on that round? We asked the guest nation's name, the poshest man's first name that's still relatively widely used, Benedict or Charles, which was more popular as an answer. It was actually Charles. You should have taken producer Will's direction on that.
Damn.
He gave you a clue.
I didn't know the answer. So.
No,
So we both got that wrong.
You both got a zero on that.
Damn.
I can tell you the second most common answer, which blew my mind because I've never met someone called this, was Tarquin, which you put second, which you got a point for that.
Consolation point for me there.
Tarquin. And the most common answer was Hugo.
Whoa.
You got that bang on, Joey. That was
boss. I'm happy with that.
bossed it.
Bossed it. Got a t-shirt. Buying a t-shirt.
But you can't buy the t-shirt because we just found out what a terrible man he was.
Terrible man.
And one person on the guest nation said, Cyril, before I give you the answer, here's the voice note because I asked him to explain his workings. Here's what he said.
Hello, it's Mike from Whitney. I don't actually know any posh people, but I've got a character. His name's Dr. Phalange, and he talks a bit like this. He says, my name's Dr. Phalange, and I'm a doctor. So if you've got a cut finger, all you need is a little bit of Savlon. So I just thought, what name comes first to mind when I'm thinking of that voice? And oddly, it was Cyril. I could just imagine somebody saying, hello. Yes, hello. My name's Cyril.
Wow. So what was his name? That
Mike.
Dr. Phalange is a character he has. He has a character.
Cyril Phalange.
Basically, what I was thinking about the guestination, that has been absolutely proved to me. Apart from I'd like to add maybe like 3 or 4 cans on top of what I was thinking.
Police siege going on outside his block of flats right there. Well, what an interesting character Mike is. Thanks,
know.
Mike.
Get him on.
Yeah.
It's also worth saying that voice note was initially 2 minutes long. Cut that down. I can show you the deep cut. If
He says he's got a character. What does he mean he's got a character?
Have you not got a character?
You need to get one.
Mine was called Dickhead Trilby for a long time.
Dickhead Trilby. Well, there you go. Dr. Phalange. Fantastic.
Yeah, and Mike's posh man's and posh women's names were Cyril and Veronica.
Oh!
Gosh, you got that? Bang on.
Late equaliser.
Late
you're now
winner.
I'm ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Or winner going into the next
I'm
round.
going home. This right, a turn.
No, it's still close. Bush going into round 2. You're on a 2. Joey, you're on a 1.
All to play for.
That's what I got in my degree.
Before we get into round 2, if you're listening and didn't play this quiz, make sure you sign up at guestimators.com. Every Monday, the quiz lands in your email inbox, and you've got until 6 p.m. on Wednesday to tackle it. This podcast right here is the first place to hear the answers and whether you top the weekly leaderboard. And if you're enjoying the show, please give us a rating and a review. It really helps us to spread the word. Welcome back. What have we got in store for us in round 2? Statman Matt.
So it is back to the bathroom for round 2 on this week's Guestimators because we asked the Guestination to pick the ideal toilet cubicle in a specific 5-cubicle scenario. I've got an image here, Joey, for you to work off.
Okay.
It'll be on the Guestination, on the Guestimators quiz.
Why have you gone into a school and taken a picture of some toilets?
Just to describe for the listeners, if you can't see this, it's a 5-cubicle scenario.
I worry this recording here at Spotify does look a bit like a police interview. And I feel like Joey's answering some serious questions. Which cubicle were you in when the actor?
I'm enjoying the shade of green on the
good,
on the doors.
It's
on
got
the
a
outside.
sci-fi look. Matt, I apologise.
No, that's fine. I think the only you can keep that for
seen
the moment
enough.
if that will help.
seen
You've
it.
seen
I
it.
don't
No,
know.
fine.
It's pretty easy to understand.
That's what I imagined what it might be.
The only
We've
one
been in toilets before.
additional element I would say
Still talking on behalf of the pair of you.
there's so cubicle 1 and 5 are on the extremities, and 5 is there's a window in the vicinity. That's the only thing I would say. Does that make a difference? I don't know.
Okay.
I know. Okay.
I've got loads of questions.
Yeah, go.
Well, it depends on. Have you asked them why they're going in?
No.
No,
annoyingly
right.
not.
Okay, you're right.
So you don't know what their like number one,
Intentions
number
are.
2, or
Yeah,
their
yeah.
intentions.
No.
Or a 5 if you're going in there with a girl. That's a 5.
No. Well, it was intentionally.
It's a 0 if you're going in there on your own to not go to the toilet. It's -5.
It was intentionally phrased, so literally show the destination the image.
Yeah.
And I said, what's the ideal toilet cubicle in this scenario? That was the exact wording.
It is a very personal question, Joey. But what do you like with going to loo in like service stations or pubs, or you play at a lot of different venues and they can be quite bad.
Well, I'm not obviously, as a seasoned entertainer, I always feel like you don't have to give everything away.
Right. Okay.
And so I will answer that on the 26th of September at the Underbelly in Soho.
You want to find out? Get your tickets now.
Yeah. No, I think I'm quite a private bathroom person. Like I would really like to avoid going like for a big toilet in a public place.
Is that what you call it, a big toilet?
Well, no, but
I call it proper sit down toilet.
Yeah,
so
proper. Yeah, but I'm also like there's nothing unusual going on. It's just like I feel like that's my private time, I guess.
Yeah.
But obviously sometimes needs must. So I think I'm going. Looking at this, I'm going in 4.
You're going in trap 4.
Yeah.
So you could still have what I find interesting about that is you would still have someone potentially either side of you.
Well, I tell you what it is I don't want to be by the window because I'm scared of spiders and I'm worried that one's got into the cubicle somewhere.
I didn't think of that. That's a very, very good point.
And I just feel like, I don't know why, but just naturally I would drift to that. I'm right-handed. I'm going the right-hand side. I don't know why that makes a difference as I'm walking towards it, but
not 3, which is right down the middle.
No, I don't trust it. I don't know. I mean, I'm like, obviously, if you go in and you've made a wrong choice because it's horrible in there, I will change.
Okay.
But yeah, I feel a bit like, I don't know what this is. I've never spoken about this. I feel like I always don't even want anyone to see me coming out of there. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, really? Yeah.
So maybe like I'd hang back a bit if there's someone washing their hands. I don't know.
Let them clear out and then go make your choice. Yeah, that's a really good point. I'm always fascinated by people who write on the toilet walls in service stations as well. Do you know what I mean? Do you think the mobile you sometimes people leave their number on loo walls? Do you think that's for real, or is that just you're trying to?
I mean, I've been again to sell tickets for the 26th of September. I've been putting all the details of the show, just handwriting it out.
I saw it lead down the services.
Yeah.
Okay, right. So you're going to go for 4. You
Well,
don't like
I haven't
being
asked
by
the question
window.
yet.
No, I know.
Oh, okay. Apologies.
I'll give you no, that's all right. I'll give you
Can I
questions.
just say what would you go for? If I've got to answer it, you've got to answer it.
I would be looking to go into the cubicle that would get the least amount of usage.
Right.
I think most people are right-handed. They'd look middle to right as they go in. I'd go to the left, number 1, far
Right,
left.
okay.
I'd also want a wall down one side of me.
I think everyone's going in there 'cause it's closest, convenience to the door.
What, the left one?
Yeah.
We don't know where the door is.
Yeah, we
in this
don't.
image.
But I just assumed it was. I don't know.
I think the school phrase is "assume makes an ass of you and me."
yeah, fine.
Yeah.
Valuable life lesson there for Joey.
Right. Questions 1 and 2. For 1, what was the most common answer? For 2, what was the least common answer? From the Guestination, obviously.
Oh, so this isn't what we would do.
No,
then.
no.
Your average Joe.
Your average Joe, which
Page.
I'm not because I've added a Y.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, your Joe Pages. Those losers.
What would Joe Page do? So, would you think the people would go to the same cubicle that you've just put forward there, or different?
I am a man of the people, so I'm saying 4.
Sticking
I
with
don't know
4?
why. I've just got a feeling. But then that means that I don't want 4 anymore for myself because I've now been thinking about this.
With great
I
power
think what
comes great
you've said is
responsibility.
good.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm now going to take your knowledge on board and use it.
Give the far left a try.
Yeah.
Or maybe not. Far right. That's even
No,
worse.
no, it's even worse.
Let's go in the middle.
Left of centre.
Yeah, that'll do. I think the people, even though I have a kind of a tactical approach to this, I think people are just going to go straight down the middle to cubicle number 3. So I'm going to say 3 most choice, and then the wall, probably looking towards the right hand side. Trap 5, second choice.
Trap 5. No. I need most common and least common.
Right.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right.
3 most common, 1 least common.
Okay.
Sorry.
So I've gone. What have I gone? 4 most common. I'm going 3 least common because I think that is the one everyone thinks everyone's. It just seems like it's the busiest.
Yeah, it's a good point.
A lot of action.
Yeah, people either side of you as
A
well.
lot of action in there.
Okay, let's lock those in. Last question on this round. I simply want you to tell me, was the most common answer the same or different for men and women?
It's interesting this because we've just been camping and my other half Katie told me that the girls' toilets were worse in the campsite than the guys' toilets. So sometimes I think
Does she go into the guys' toilets a lot?
she just hang around in there, just have a little look. But she was just describing what the state of it was like, and it was kind of worse. So I think
In
sometimes...
preparation for today, I didn't go in any girls' toilets, but I did send a drone. I didn't.
it's a fair enough way to have a little look around.
Yeah.
And do you think, well, without gender stereotyping, is that because women? Is the women are just less careful? They're always sitting down.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I think they get better PR because I live with I've got 3 daughters, so some of the day-to-day, not to go into too much detail, but some of the day-to-day janitoring I do at our house to clean loos, etc.
I love the idea that you've got a big mop.
Yeah, that's what they used to do. Unblock it with a big mop.
Puts the cleaning in progress sign outside the door.
It's going to be a couple of minutes, mate. Watch out for the floor as well. I sweat. Maybe they just got better PR, but I think the balance of power is levelling off a little bit. I think in terms of scruffy.
I think it's all about perception. Everyone expects us to be really awful, and then it's pleasantly surprising. Whereas you'd expect stereotypically girls to be cleaner, and it's not true.
It's not
necessarily.
And that's what here on this podcast we like to break down boundaries and destroy myths. Yeah. That's what we do.
We do.
And talk about what toilet we go in.
So men and women, was the most common answer the same or different?
I'm going to say, with absolutely no reason to say this, just guessing, same.
I'm going to go different. Just because we're not playing for a draw in this game.
For a draw.
Yeah, okay. Take different for you, Bush, same for you, Joey. Round is done.
Did anyone say which one's the best one for shagging in?
No.
Which toilet would you go into shag?
I think you want a wall. I'm going 5.
Yeah.
You want a wall. Hey, make sure you hang around in the in Soho Boulevard, the Underbelly.
That's giving me an
Ideally
idea.
before. No, I'm joking.
Right, what was the most common answer? The common answer was actually most common answer was 5. You both got that one wrong.
What?
Yeah. That's the one
Window.
side window.
Okay.
Personally, I would have chosen that. Actually, I think.
Okay. That's fair enough.
Sorry. I feel like I've let you down.
I can tell you the least common answer was actually 3. Joey, you got that bang on. Bush, you put that most common.
That's really weird. I genuinely don't know the people as well as I think I know the people.
Yeah, I think 3. Well, it's funny. Like if you were a bloke and you go into the urinals, 3 is the one. Would you go for that or would you not go for that? Sorry, I just got my head.
Depends
in
if there's other people
Depends
around.
if there's other people. Yeah.
What I am obsessed with though is the and you see this a lot if you could go and stop at service stations or whatever. They don't do this in the girls' toilets, I presume, but the weird adverts they've got above the urinals in men's loos, like advertising stuff like travel insurance or all sorts of kind of odd things. You know what I mean? Do you know what
Also erectile dysfunction.
that as well.
And do you need a pair of pants in case you piss yourself?
Those
but
kind of
then,
things.
but then
And a
it's like
chew-
lorry insurance, which I do get. There's a lot of truckers in
A
there.
chewable toothbrush they sell in
Yeah.
service station
Yeah.
toilets.
Yeah.
Weird.
But also, do you think it's weird when people are only going for a wee and they go in a cubicle to shut the door?
Yeah, I
'Cause
know
was
what you
like-
mean.
It's
Yeah.
like if you're using it like a urinal, why do you need to shut the door?
Unless you're one of those people that likes, we talked about this before.
Sit down,
sit
wee.
down wee.
I
Sit down
do
wee.
not understand that.
Bush is an exclusive sit-down weir.
Wow.
100% sit
Wow.
down. We.
I'll only do that if I I'm getting to. I'm at a difficult age where things are starting to happen. Like I'm 41. I never used to get up for a wee in the night. It occasionally happens now, and I don't want to be woken up. So I'll sit down because I don't have to turn the light on. I can go back to sleep. But other than that, I'm never sitting down.
Really? Well, you give it a try. You might like it.
Never sit down when you're having a wee or going to see a band. I don't know who those losers are sat down.
See, that's me. I prefer sitting down and watch a band as well.
Right. All the more reason for me to crush you in the rest of this quiz.
Well, that sets us up nicely.
Yeah. Well, right. Last question on this round: was the most common answer the same or different for men and women? It was actually different. The most common answer for men was 5, but the most common answer for women was actually 1. They prefer a wall to a window.
Who knows, man?
Who the hell
Who knows what they're up to in there?
That means you both got 1 on that round. So going into the last round, Bush, you're on 3, Joey, you're on 2. It's tasty.
Come on.
Need a big second half in my life and this quiz.
Well, let's talk about in terms of in your life, Joey. You got
Yeah.
this big gig coming up September 26th.
Yeah.
2 decades in comedy.
I
Did
know,
you ever think when you first started out doing this, you'd still be doing it 20 years later on?
Yeah, but I did think genuinely I'd be a lot further along. No, because I had a pretty good start. Like I got on Never Mind the Buzzcocks a couple of times early, and then I think all that did was make me go, I know exactly what I'm doing. And it turns out I didn't, and I was a bit not lazy, but I was also so young.
It's hard though, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
It's really like the comedy game is incredibly attritional. You've got to do a lot of travelling and gigs, hang out in toilets at different service stations.
Yeah.
But it's if people think they're going to get into it and shoot to stardom incredibly quickly, they'd be wrong, right?
Yes, they would be wrong, but also like when you're new is the most chance you've got of having like quick momentum, I think. And I did
Right.
have that for a while, but I didn't really know what to do with it because I was too young. And
Yeah.
whereas like now, like I actually do it for like I love the craft of like I write almost every day now. Whereas when I was young, I was like, I don't need to write. I know what I'm doing. But
Yeah.
and like I completely changed my whole shtick. Like I used to be really surreal when I started, and then like during COVID, a good friend of mine gave me some advice just before, and then that like settled in my brain. He was like, "I've known you a long time. You're a weird guy. You don't need to be talking about weird stuff. You need to be talking about normal stuff.
Right.
And your weirdness will be like the icing on the cake."
I see.
And I really sort of took that to heart. And then because COVID, I just wrote every single day, and then like that has actually really like, moved my career on massively. But then I was like, yeah, 20 years is a long time to do anything. Like, and I'm really proud of it. So I was like, I'm going to celebrate it somehow. And yeah, I thought I'd just put on a big gig and then really stress myself out about whether I can fill the venue, which I will. But it's one of those things where you're like, oh, like it's going to also be a bit different to a normal gig because not only is it like I just did my first ever tour, and so it's that show, the last time I'll ever do it, but also like I'm going to have a musician open for me. Bilal, I did a podcast with, is also going to do some stand up. There's going to be a little cocktail party afterwards. So it's going to be
will
a
be
party. I don't think Spike's coming. I don't know if he exists.
He might be out there.
I mean, he almost did. I think what's more likely is in about 5 years, I'm going to change my name to Spike because he was actually me from the future.
I think that's the most logical explanation.
I mean, I don't know if you want to put a picture of him up on this. So I'll send it to you because
That would be
it's
great.
Oh, really? Have you got a
Can I show you? I mean,
Please do.
there is a video, but look at that.
Oh,
That is unreal, isn't it?
That is like the future. It's like a Twilight Zone episode. It's an empty stage, Joey. There's no one there.
I
apart
know
from you.
exactly. Yeah.
Incredible though.
So it's going to be like I want it to be a celebration, but also it's quite a big-headed thing to do, and it to be like I'm going to put on my biggest ever show, and I want you all to come because it's my birthday.
It'll be brilliant. And where can people go and get tickets for that?
They can get tickets if they go on my Instagram, Joey Page Comedy. It's the only link that I've got up there. But also, if you just Google Joey Page Underbelly or Soho, it'll come up.
And then before we get into the final round, you also, speaking of Bilal, obviously a fantastic previous. What's the word I'm looking for?
Guest.
Competitor on Guestimators. Thank you for that. You were part of a live stream short film called Hot Milk,
Oh yeah.
written by Bilal. Just tell us a little bit about that.
So Bilal does a lot of stuff on Twitch, and I did a little bit, but he got in way ahead of me and like basically forced me to do it. And he's got like a big following on there. He does a lot of interactive stuff. And so I think, Adolescents, they like shot it all in one thing. Him and this director, Ben Malaby, had this idea that not only would they shoot this short film in one take, or not really one take, but like Ben was like live mixing it so he could cut between the cameras.
Right.
But it was like, not only would it be filmed in one go, it would also go out live as we did it. So, and I think they tell me it's the first time anyone's ever done a short film as live.
Oh, wow.
So
okay,
I think it's
amazing.
like the only time that's ever happened. Nick Helm's in it, Suze Kempner's in it.
Two former guestimators.
Yeah, and I play a really gross plumber in it.
Really gross
Yeah,
plumber.
I'm trying to like basically strike Bilal up for as much money as possible. So his whole bathroom needs ripping out. I'm just tapping things, going, "That's a pipe, that's a pipe." I've got really greasy hair. I put on loads of weight, especially for the role.
Method.
Yeah.
Well, make sure you check that out. Sounds fantastic. Let's
it's
get
really
to our
fun.
final round then. We're there's 1 point separating us. What have
Yeah.
you got for us for round 3, Statman?
Round 3, we asked the Guestination, what's the maximum amount of biscuits, pieces of toast, sausages, and satsumas it's acceptable to eat in a standard day? And
Wow.
just on the pieces of toast, full slice, like a full square or A4, not one cut in half. If that's
yeah.
A4, I don't know.
A4 slice.
2 A4 slices of toast, please.
Not an A3 slice, of course, because that would be mad.
Gigantic.
So does that make sense? So the maximum amount
A
of
regular
biscuits,
size slice.
yeah, it's acceptable to eat in a standard day.
In a day.
In a day, 24-hour period.
I
Sorry,
guess
know
you would
know
only
what
really
days.
be eating toast breakfast and maybe for supper in the evening type thing. If it's supper, if anyone's like
Supper,
Tarquin
Rupert.
from earlier on. When are you a toast guy?
If I can't sleep, which isn't very often, but maybe like once a month, the thing that will send me back to sleep is to get up and have a piece of peanut butter on toast.
Oh, that and a sit-down piss. You'd be sleeping. in
Yeah,
no
yeah,
time. I got like, yeah, it's a classic. Do you have butter on?
Yeah.
My middle daughter is a big peanut butter fan, but doesn't have butter on it. It kind of makes me feel sick.
Yeah, get rid of
spreading it. I'll bin her off
Loan her out.
to the end of the season. Okay.
Right, so biscuits, pieces of toast, sausages, and satsumas. For question 1, I can tell you the average number given by the Guestination was the same for 3 out of the 4. What was the outlier?
Biscuits.
Sausages. Just naming foods. Sausages.
Okay.
No mucking about.
Because I
this
think,
one,
what
right?
is the word? Acceptable.
Maximum amount of, it's acceptable.
Acceptable, right. Because I think that's different to what
You could-
people would
yeah,
do.
yeah.
Like, it's like what you're getting judged on.
Yeah.
16 sausages.
'cause I want to talk about sausages maybe here. Like, so I'm saying, like, I think if you have a sausage sandwich, 2 is probably what people think you should have, but 3 is so much better.
Yeah.
So it's like, but I think then there is a risk if you've had 3 sausages at the start of the day and you're out and you end up at a football match or a barbecue, or you've got really drunk at some point and on the way home there's one of them hot dog guys, you're at a risk there of another sausage. You've got a sausage roll that could appear at any point in your life. You walk past plenty of Greggs, for example.
Before you know it, you've got a problem.
Before you know it, you've had 5 or 6 sausages, but I do think that is unacceptable.
Double-digit sausages
so-
unacceptable.
I love that this is now turned into a GCSE maths question. I'm going 3 sausages is acceptable, but I think most people would actually be a bit uncomfortable with that and say 2. But I think
Okay,
3 before you get
Fine.
judged.
Yeah, I mean, that wasn't a question, but I'll tell
It's good to have you down on record there.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. They're saying though. For
Fine.
sausages.
Yeah, right, yeah.
So you're saying biscuits, though, for the first
Oh,
one,
sorry,
right?
we're doing
yeah,
sausage.
bis-
Oh, yeah, we're not
biscuits,
right. We're
and
doing
then we should
biscuits.
say
Right,
sausages.
sorry.
No, that's fine. Question 2, biscuits. I want to go deep on biscuits. What was the most common answer from the Guestination? How many it's acceptable to have in one day?
The maximum number of biscuits
Maximum.
in a day. Do you have an amount in your head where you think if I have one more custard cream, this is too much, for example?
Yeah, again, I think acceptable. I personally would say 3, but I think they're this lot sat at home filling in a survey for no reason. 5.
Chatting to Dr. Phalange.
Yeah, leaving 2-minute voice notes. 5.
I'm going to say 4. 3 would be my limit for the day. I would feel like I've eaten too much. So, yeah, I'm going to go 4.
Okay.
But 5 for Joey.
4 for Bush, 5 for Joey. Last question on this round before the tiebreaker. Satsumas. What was the most common answer? What's the
Did we
maximum
do
amount?
toast?
I'm not.
No, we're not doing toast.
Didn't have space to do
Didn't
all
have
of them.
space. Right,
Sorry.
Fine. No, that's okay.
That's for the bonus episode.
Oh, fine. Satsumas.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's really going to judge you for having loads. But I still think the answer is 3.
I think 5. But I agree with Joey. You could probably just eat as many of them as you want.
But also I think
you'd
they're
get
a
the
bit-
shits, wouldn't you?
I'm
You
not
had
too
5
sure.
Satsumas.
This is good for you, though, right? Isn't it?
Yeah,
Not-
it
but
is
there's-
good for you.
Up to a point.
But they're always a letdown. You always get one really good one. And then you get one that doesn't taste as zingy. And
It's
is
awful as
all
well,
like bits of pith. And you're like, I can't be bothered with a third now.
You tap out after that one, don't you?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
don't
yeah.
give it another chance. You just
Yeah,
tap
yeah.
out.
Possibly for like years.
Haven't touched them since. So I'm saying 5. What are you saying? You're saying
3.
3. Okay. Tie break question. What was the highest number of biscuits said by someone on the Guestination?
9.
15 biscuits.
15.
Someone might bosh a packet, though. Do you know
I
what I mean?
could do a packet of custard creams.
How many's in a
12,
packet?
like a 12-pack.
Is it only
Custard
12?
cream.
That's gone down. This country is a disgrace.
I'm going to go and paint a flag on a roundabout. Back in 20 minutes. Would you really have a pack of...
Yeah.
Wow.
Anyway,
But I wouldn't put that in a survey because it's not acceptable. So I'd say that's 6 or something.
But you seem, just judging on that, like your metabolism is
Yeah, I'm-
spectacular.
yeah.
Mine's on a 0 hours contract.
Yeah. I can
My
get-
metabolism's down the bookies in a pair of shorts.
One day it will catch up with me, maybe. But
But you should go into a toilet cubicle after Will's used it. You wouldn't
yeah,
want it.
custard cream. It's just custard cream crumbs everywhere.
Just sitting in there eating them and crying.
we did have a thing. I used to work for BT, and we had an ongoing weird scenario in the toilets for a few weeks where someone was eating cakes in the loo and stuffing the cake boxes. Like that's Sarah
That's-
Lee. That's fucking
Wow.
Sarah Lee down
In
there.
the toilet?
In the toilet.
Yeah.
Weirdest
Wow,
thing.
that is weird.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah,
Another
that
thing
person's
here-
probably gone on to murder.
Probably have. We never knew who it was. Lots of emails went round.
Bush has just named another job that
Oh,
I
yeah.
didn't know you had.
We need to list these at some
You've
stage.
had
Yeah.
so many jobs.
Chip shop,
Theme park.
theme park, BT,
Theme park?
You worked in the restaurant where you spilt curry in the bus driver's
Berryhead
Like-
Hotel.
Yeah.
I say theme park. It was called Key West in Churston in Devon.
Right.
So it was like, you know what, them rides that keep breaking down all the time.
Right. Yeah,
And the
yeah.
pub.
Well, can I just say, this is a fun theme park story. I was going out with this girl, and we were quite new, and we went not Alton Towers. What's the
Thought Park.
Thought Park? Thank
yeah.
you. And on this ride, and it's about 5 years after it happened. This guy's locked me in, and lock you in the seat, and he's looking at me a bit weird. And I'm like, is it broke? Is it broke? And he went, "Were you on them on the Buzzcocks?" And we went off. I come back around, all my hair's like in my face, and I was like, it's almost like a partridge. And I come back around and went, "Yeah, that was me." About 2 minutes later.
2 minutes to think
But I
about
was like, this is great for my street cred with this girl.
Oh yeah, I bet. I forgot where we were.
No,
Sorry.
quiz is done. Answers
Whoa.
are in. So, as I said, the average number was the same for 3 out of the 4. The maximum amount of these foods. It's acceptable to have in a standard day. The outlier was biscuits. The Guest Nation said more biscuits than the rest of them, basically.
Yeah.
Is that a
that's
goal
what I
for
thought,
Joey
yeah.
there?
Goal for Joey. So you've
2-2.
3-3.
3-3.
Not quite kept up with the speed. Kept up to speed with the scoring here. Apologies.
Staying on biscuits, what was the most common answer? The most common answer was 4.
Oh.
You got that, Bush.
Oof.
Joey, you didn't get that one. So
4-3.
it comes down to this last question. Satsumas, what was the most common answer? The most common answer was 2. Joey, you were 1 off on both of those.
So yeah, I've
just
lost.
too high.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
so
went down with cramp at the end just to try and
Yeah.
see the game out.
Bush, you
Well, I feel like when you've played really well and you've lost, it hasn't dented my spirit.
Hold your head high.
yeah. Tiebreak answer. Actually, the highest number of biscuits said by someone on the Guest Nation was actually 50.
50.
No.
Saying
crazy.
50 biscuits.
No.
Acceptable.
I think you've got to send these email addresses to the police.
Sort of police.
But Joey, you don't go away empty-handed.
Oh, don't
Not
I?
on Guestimators.
Wow.
What about this?
Yeah.
What about
New
this?
box as
What
well.
is that fancy new box? Fancy new.
I love keeping things in boxes.
Still-
This box is so good.
Still as hard to open the
yeah.
box
Ever.
though.
It's a new trilby hat.
That is really nice, actually. Thank you.
Oh, that's
Double
nice.
sided.
Yeah,
I
it's a new design of mug.
It's a new mug. You got
I
one of the new
genuinely
batch.
really like that, and I hope that, unless you guys are idiots, that you're selling these to the listeners.
Yeah.
And if you are a listener, you got to get one.
You got to get
It's
one
so
of
nice.
these.
You
Don't-
got to get one.
Don't put it in the dishwasher.
I don't have a dishwasher. My life is not going that good.
Well, listen, we've run out of time. Thank you for watching and listening. Thank you to our celebrity guest, the brilliant Joe Page. Make sure you listen right to the end of this podcast. Here, Statman Matt reveal who topped the leaderboard this week. We love hearing from you, so please let us know how you did on socials and with a voice note. And as ever, the voice note number is 07 457 404 279. You've been listening to Guestimators. We'll see you next time.
Oh, I'm recording. Hello, Guestimator, Statman Matt here. I don't know why I was so surprised by the red light going on, but never mind. Hope you enjoyed that episode with Joey. He was absolutely fantastic. But I know you want to know whether it was you who topped the leaderboard, the listener leaderboard this week. Average score was 4.5. It's a bit lower this week, but congratulations if you got 4.5 or above. It took a 9 to win this week, and there's one person sitting on their own at the top of the leaderboard. They got one question wrong, which was the penultimate one. They put 6 for the acceptable number of biscuits to eat in a day rather than 4. And that person is Sarah Hennessy. Sarah, congratulations. Sarah's been playing since January 2024, and this is, I believe, her first win. So congratulations. I will be in touch with you soon about getting a prize your way. Of course, every week we have the golden question. Thank you to our golden members for playing. This week, one person got a 3 out of 3. This person has equal tied already this series on the golden leaderboard, and that is Liz Prentice, who got 3 out of 3. Congratulations, Liz. You smashed it again. Well done. You know the Guestination's attitude towards weeing in the night. Is that a good thing? Don't know. Maybe not. Anyway, enough from me. We will be back. Well, I'll be back with my comrades Producer Will and Bush on Monday's bonus round. See you then.